Hello everyone, and welcome to day 11 of this full stack courier services application. So in today's video, we start integrating our backend with our frontend, because if you watched in our last video, we are completing on our background services and we have already completed the backend part of this application. Now the thing that we want is to test our backend and then start integrating with our frontend. So before we do all those integration, so I just want you to do a couple of things or changes that I didn't, I skipped when we are coding backend or background services. They're small changes, a very minor one, because I forgot to do them. So now here are the things that you need to do in order to proceed with this video. They're very minor, so don't worry. So first of all, I want you to add these two stop procedures here, down here, and this one's two procedure. This one, check parcel, this one is being used by our background services to look for the parcel that has a status of 1, meaning they have been delivered, so that it sends, the background services send the email, and we have this update parcel status that after the email has been sent, now the parcel status is updated to be 2, meaning that the email has been sent, so that the next time our background services is running and looping through our parcel, it won't send an email to that parcel again, because status will be 2. And to demonstrate here, or to show you where we are using these two stop procedures, come down here in your background services, open at your email service, just here, and then let's say you can just come here, and you can already see, if you are on the last videos, the video that we did for background services, you remember what we did here. We came here, created this function here, and what we were doing with this function, we were going to a database, look for all parcel that has a status of 1, and then we sent the email, we loop through, and then we sent the email to them. And after that, now we were updating the status, meaning the parcel that has been sent an email, now it will just update the status to be of 2. And that's a very efficient way of doing this, because first of all, you see that we are not getting all parcel. We are just querying the parcel that has a status of 1, and we are using stop procedure rather than creating a query here, just a bare query here, or a pure query without functions like stop procedures. Now that's all that I wanted to show you there. So add those two stop procedures, this one and this one, because we didn't add these two stop procedures in our last in our stop procedure or database tutorial. So I will just be pushing my code into GitHub, and you can just use these two. You can grab these two check parcels in from there. So now let me close this stop procedure, and now again just come here, close this background service. Now just come in this entry point of our backend, or index.ts, and you can see add this app.use, and then JSON, and then call this JSON, and this JSON should come from our express, and then call that function here app.use. That's how you should do it, to allow data from our frontend in form of JSON. It won't understand if you JSON data from our frontend if you don't call this function here JSON. So, and this JSON, remember, it should come from express. So now after that, just come here in our controller, and then in our user, and when you come here in your sign up, look for sign up down here, and what you do, just come here in your password, because before I did the change, what we did, we were sending, or we were saving this password here a plain password that is coming from our body, request.body here. But we already encrypted this password. We were encrypting using bycrypt hash and then password, give it 10 rounds. So now what you need to do, if you add like this, it will just send the password that has not been encrypted. So what you should do, you should add that hashed password just like that. The other one, like name and email, you can just leave like the way they are, because you can also add, like this, or you can add key pair value, like key value pair, just like that, or just name. But ES6 has allowed us to use just only the name, or just the value if the name and value are the same. So just to be neat, just remove that and remove this one. But if the value and the key, they don't have the same name, now you must do it just like this. You must do this thing, or you must do something of the sort like we have done here in our password. So now I want to close this, and now that's okay. I have accomplished that, and I think those are the only changes that I wanted you guys to do. After that, now we can proceed with the video. Remember, I will be uploading this GitHub, and I will just upload this code to GitHub, and then I will be providing the link in the description. So don't worry, you can just go. If your code has a problem, you can just go there, just look at what changes that maybe I did, you didn't do, or maybe what's wrong with your code. Now, if you have any issue, remember you can comment, and I will write the solution or something, or you can just research for yourself, look at things. That's how you may learn and you may grow in this career. So that's all. Now I want us to get into the video. Now here in my screen, I have opened Postman. Postman is just an application that can help you to test your backend without using frontend. You can send requests, you can manipulate your request, you can do anything that you want with Postman if you don't have your frontend. So you can just send the request just the way you do with the frontend, and you test your backend before you integrate it with the frontend. And that's how many of things are done, because you may find that there's a team that is working on frontend and there's a team working on backend. And since maybe frontend has not completed and maybe backend it is complete, or maybe they want to test how things are working, now they can use something like Postman to send the request and manipulate the request. And you may find that sometimes it is good to use this application, because you need to test for things before you start integrating, so that you know what is expected, and it will minimize your errors, and you will just know you can troubleshoot things or problems or issues before you start integrating. So now I have already open this Postman. Another advantage of using Postman is that you can create correction, and just the way you have seen, you see here, I have a Courier services correction that I have added request, like this one is for getting all parcel, for post or adding a parcel, for updating status in a parcel, soft delete, get parcel for user sign up, and then user sign in. All those are okay. So now I want us to use this to test our backend, because I don't want us to waste a lot of time maybe trying to do one request at a time, and it will kill our time, and we don't have that a lot of time. So I just want us to go fast to that, we complete this project, and we take another project. that will come that will help us to learn more. So now this is our endpoint here for our parcel. So when you, or maybe let me show you how you can create corrections when you have a postman, because it will come in handy. So what you do, just come here and hover over this plus sign here, and what you can see, you see create new collection. So you can just click at it, and you see it has created you a new collection. Now from this one, you can just click on these three dots here, and it should give you options. It is still loading, so you can see it is slow, and this is because my computer is doing a lot of work here. So now you can just click on it, and you can see the things that you can do. You can add request just like that, and maybe this request, you want to call it get all parcels. It will be having a method of get. So that's all. You can have that get, and you can do that request. So now here it is taking a lot of time, and I don't want that. I don't know why it is taking a lot of time. So come here, add your request, maybe your endpoint here. If you have maybe your endpoint is localhost, and then you can add something like maybe it's 3000 API, and then get. You can just okay, parcel, something of the sort. So now after that, now you can save it, you can rename. Just come here, rename. You can call it get all parcel, just like that. Okay, you can now click here. Even you can rename here at our collection. Just look for these three dots here, and then look for, in our options, just look for renaming. Okay, rename option. So you can call this parcel delivery service, delivery service. So just like that, and then yeah, now you can just click on these three dots again and look for add request. Now this request can be of post. See, let's see, my computer is still slow, so just bear with me. So now you can just say this is a post, and then add the endpoint, your endpoint here. You can see it is even auto-completing for you. So this is a post. Then if it is post, meaning there's data that you are sending, come here in your body, select this row, and then come to JSON, and then now you can add your data here. Maybe your data can be something like send an email, something of the sort, and yeah, you can add something like this, James what Gmail, then add another thing here, or whatever data that you are sending. So I'm hoping that you are getting this. So after that, now you can come here on this new request, look for these three dots, then again you can rename it. You can say add parcel. I'm hoping you are getting this, because it is crucial, especially when you are trying to learn how to code and to create backend code or application. So yeah, that's all. And this will be coming in handy, because maybe whenever you are maybe creating your backend, you want maybe to create this request, so that the next time that you are opening your postman, you find your request or your request are still there. So what you need to do is just maybe send a request that already have been created, rather than maybe you don't have corrections and you need to just send one request, and then the next time that you are opening postman, you need to send another request, which is a very inefficient way of doing things. So now that's all. Now I just want to show you how our application is working. So now, as you can see here, I had added this these parcels here. This is the time when I was playing with this application, our backend, before we started coding, or I started recording this video. So now we have these parcels here, down here, as you can see. So what we'll do, we just send the first request, that is get, and this HTTP localhost API parcel. This one is for getting all parcels. Let me show you, for those people who don't know how it is working. So when we are sending that get request, it will just come here at our entry, and then it will just look for this endpoint that has been heated. So you have heated API / parcel, and then it will look for routes in this parcel route. So it will just look for the parcel routes. So it will just come here and look for this route here, because the default, and then it will call this logic or controller. This is called get all parcels. So it will just go here and find this function. So come here in your parcel, and our function for getting all parcels is just here. And here we'll just come execute our store procedure here, that is called get all parcels. And remember, if you to get all parcels, it is getting where deleted is equals to 0, because we are soft deleting, meaning if you delete this parcel, then it won't appear. If this value is 1 or 2 or anything, it won't get queried, or this store procedure won't query that. And you can already see advantages of store procedure, and one of those things is that it will make your application very, very secure, because nobody knows. If you decide not to show this, you are not to show your store procedure, meaning that people won't know which query you are running there. It will be very, very hard for a person to know what you are doing with that store procedure, and they won't see this like select from parcels, and so people won't know if you have a table called parcel, or those bad guys won't know if you have this table called parcels, and they cannot manipulate your request, because they don't know behind the scene what you are doing with that store procedure. So that's all now. So let's send our request here. So when you send this request, you already see now it's sending the request, and you get the parcels that are there. I already added myself. I added this myself. So what you need to do, just now come here. You can already see we have 1, 2, 4 parcels. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are 4 parcels. Now let's come here and add another one. So let me send this one here. So let me send it. So you can see parcel has been added successfully. So now come up here, then send the request again, and see we have 4 parcels. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So see we have 5 parcels, because we have added 1. And for the sake of those people who don't know how endpoints work and how the backend works, I just want to show you so that you understand. So here at add parcel, you can see the method is post. So when the request is sent here, it will just first of all hit here our entry level, or our entry point in our backend. Then it will see we have hit this API parcel, and it will look and see the root is parcel. We just come in our roots in our parcels, and then it will just look and see the request has the method of post. So it will just, and it has this our default route. It doesn't have anything beyond parcel, so it is API/parcel. So to just call this add parcel, and then this parcel is in our controller. So it will just come here at our add and look for that function. It is just here. So what after it has seated here, now it is expecting this data from your body here, these ones here. So that's I think is enough explanation. Now we can just run our request really very fast. So now that's all. Okay, let me now update. So to update, you need to send this request ID here in the request and params, or here in parameters. So now you see you need to, the status should be 1, so that this is to update the parcels that you mark it as delivered, and then when the background services will be running and looping through our database, it will check for those parcels that have a status of 1, so that it sends the email that to the sender and to the receiver of that parcel to notify them that the parcel has been delivered or has reached the destination. So now I don't know if we have a parcel that has an ID of 3. Let's come here and see if we have. Yeah, we have this one here. So but already the status has been updated. Let's look for the one that has a status of 0, meaning it is pending, it has not been delivered. So it has an ID. This one has an ID of 4. So just come here, update. Yeah, we need 4. So now let us send this request. So after you send, it will give you this message, parcel updated successfully. So the next time maybe we send this email, we send this request and look for parcel that has an ID of 4. Now you can see it has a status of 1, and this has happened really fast. As you can see, it has a status of 1, but let's say you have 10 seconds to spare. You may run it after 10 seconds, and you see the status will be updated to 2, because it has been, now it meaning it has been delivered, and now the background services will just look for this parcel that has been delivered, and it will send the email. So let us send another request again, and you see the status will be updated to 2. So to send the request, let's wait. So you see we have status of 2, meaning no, it is just below here. Yeah, you can see status is 2, and we have not updated our status to be 2. This is because our background services has updated our status to 2 after it has sent the email, so that the next time it is running and looking for the parcel that has been delivered, it won't pick this one, because already email has been sent to the sender and the recipient. So when you come here, let's open this email and see if the email has been sent. So let me look here at my email inbox, because I'm using my email so that we can access the inbox and see emails. So let's see. Before it opens, you can even see here the background services. These are the ID for the email that has been sent. So just like that. I think my internet is a bit slow, so you can see this one is the email that has been sent when we have confirmed our status, or we have updated our status to 1, meaning it has been delivered, or it has reached the destination. Open at it and you see all this, and you can see hello your parcel, and this is track ID or the ID of the parcel. And when you come here, this is the parcel, this is the ID for the parcel. It's just here, you can see this one, and when you open, it is our email. You can see this is the ID. Okay, you find most delivery users ID. So now that's what I wanted to show you there. Now let's open, then send another request. So, or see soft delete how it is working. Now let's say we had that parcel here that has an ID of 4 that we have updated the status for. Maybe let's say we want to delete or soft delete, and I already explained how soft delete works. Soft delete is not arbitrarily deleting that parcel from our database, it's just hiding it, but it is already in the backend. So, or it is in our database, but we have hide it so that maybe we don't want other people to see it, or maybe we just want to keep it for the record and we can use it for data analytics. So now we just give here a 4, that is, and the ID of 4, because when we were doing the logic for soft delete in our backend, what happens is that when you send this request, it will just look for this endpoint that is API parcel. So it will just hit here index.ts, and it will see that I need to go to this route that is called parcel route. So it will just very easily just come in your parcel, just to, and then it will see there's a soft delete again, because this request has this soft delete here. And after that, now it requires an ID, which ID is this here. So okay, before we continue, I just want us to send the request to get all, and you can see that this ID that has a number 4, we can see it. Now let's update of soft delete, that is, of which is updating in another way. So when we delete, and that is put, and you can see the method is put, the same as the same with here is put. So I'm hoping that you are understanding what I'm doing here. So now we have deleted this of soft delete. We delete it. Okay, now when you send the request, let's see, you can't see number 4. You see it's number 3 and then 5. There's no number 4. So again, we need to just come here and then send this request to get all parcels, to get parcel for user. So send the request. You will see that you will see any parcel that has either send an email or receive an email as this email, it will be returned. So those are the parcel that has either this email as the sender or receiver. So that's all. Now let us sign up. So I think we have already signed up with this email. So first of all, if you remember, we were just, before we added the user into our database, so what we did, we were checking if that user already exists. So I think already I have this user existing. So let's send the email first. Let's send the request first. So let's wait. You can already see giving us the message. It's existing because we have already this record. But I want to use this email so that we open the inbox and we see the welcome email. So for signing up, so let me first of all delete this person here, or deleting this user from our database. Then we create this person again. So let me run the request, or let me run the query. So you can see this person here. So now what we need, let me delete. So delete from users where ID is equals to same, so 0 affected. So let me look now for that select. Now let me run this from user. Okay, now let's see if it has deleted. Okay, it's ID 8. That was the problem that I did, or the mistake that I did. So let me say delete from users, where it should be from here, where ID is equals to 8, because this here ID, the last time I was looking for this ID to be 2, which is incorrect. So now let's send the request, and when you see, you send another request, you see that you have deleted that name here, or the user here. So now let's send the request, and when you send the request, you see now it will create this person. This user is user registered successfully. Now we should receive an email, because remember, our background services is also looking for newly registered person in our application, and it's doing this because we have a column that is called register, and this one here, and if that person has registered but the email has not been sent, register column here or entry should have a value of 0, but when the email has been sent to welcome the user, it will change to be 1. That is, so for this scenario, this person here has already been sent an email. So let me query again for all users. You can see this user has been created and the email has been sent. Let us confirm in our inbox. So when you just go back, let me go back first of all. You should see an email for welcome, just the way you see with many organizations, and the emails, most of the email that you get when you register, when you newly register to a company or just a website. So you see we have this welcome to send it. Open it, and the best part is it is coming with a template. So in our template you can add things like your logo, your company, whatever you want, you can add it in the template. Just a template, if you remember, is just a HTML. So let's look at it. So I think it is this one. No, it's not that one. So can open this here. Okay, it is just here, down here, this one. Yeah, welcome, send it, welcome James. So even you can see it is calling you, or it is addressing you with your email, your name, that is. So now that's okay. I think we need now to send the last here. We need to sign in now. So let us send this request. So when you send this request, now you can see what will be returned to you if that email exists or that email is already in our database. So you can see what you will get. You just get everything. You just get user as a role, user name James, ID 7, all this information, and then you will get this token. So this token is the most crucial thing that we need to have, this one, because this one will be telling us if this user has authenticated and if this user can access other routes like the parcel that we have sent or we have received. So I'll just show you how it works. So now we have completed that everything, but remember we are not testing if this user has authenticated. So we need to send this token in our header request, in our header when we are sending the request, so that it will be verified, so that it can help the user, or it can help the application determine this user has already has signed in, that is, and you can maybe send the time that you want this token to expire, so that that person will be required to sign in again, so that he or she can be given a new token, so that to proceed with accessing other routes in our application. So what we'll do, like, I want just to demonstrate a verify token or a middleware in our application before we complete with this tutorial here. So let me first of all come here, get all parcels. So our parcel is right here, our logic. So what we need to do, we need to add middleware here, and middlewares, if you remember, is this one here that we created to just verify if we have token in our header and if that token is correct. So what we'll do first, so you just come here, call that function verify token. Actually, I think it's just verify token. You can see where it is coming from. So verify token, don't think it is, yeah, it is just right there, and then add comma there. So what is happening here now, for any routes that, or our endpoint that will be hit, and then it will just check for this, if the request has a token in our header before it proceeds and get you this all parcels. But because in our scenario here we don't have token here, it won't give us any data here. Let's try. It won't give us any information here, and it should tell us you are not authenticated, something of the sort, because for sure you are not authenticated. I think it is still compiling. That's why we are seeing this issue here. So it is running well. Yeah, it is has not completed compiling the changes. So now we can send. Let us send. So you can see you are not authenticated, and this is because we have not provided the token. But this thing of token, I will show you when we will be integrating, or we will be integrating with our front end. So from day 12 now we'll be integrating, and now just to tell you that this project is coming to an end, and I'm hoping that it will have saved a lot of you, and it will have taught you a lot of things. So now guys, if you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe, remember to like, notification, hit the bell icon, so that you'll be notified the next time I'm uploading this video. I don't want to upload nowadays a very long videos or tutorials. I don't want to start integrating here, because I know it will get very long, and it might not be very convenient to all of you, because I know there are people who are learning, and maybe they are grasping things slowly by slowly, of which is good, and they should take their time. I don't want to confuse them. So at least for this video, you have learned how to use Postman, you have learned about how the backend works without front end, and that's okay. So see you in the next video. Have a great day. As always, you know what is coming next. Subscribe, like, and comment.